Broward County School Superintendent Robert Runcie and also the school, because there's a school district officials there, they're having this big school board meeting. They attempted to defend the district's school discipline reform protocols, which are known as the Promise program. And this was all started last night. Last night was the big school board meeting. But parents and students within the school district, they appeared unsatisfied with the answers that they were getting, saying that violent incidents from students across Broward County were being ignored by the district that oversees all the schools, including Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School. Now let's go to NRATV's Carrie Pickett live in Florida. She attended that school board meeting last night. Carrie, good to be with you. Thank you so much for joining us. So tell what happened at the school board meeting last night. Was it the open forum for dialogue and where actual solutions discussed? What happened?
Well, Dana, it was a packed crowd last night behind me over at Plantation High School. You had parents, you had students, you had a few teachers who were asking the board, including Robert Runcie, the superintendent, why were our concerns about violence all over Broward County, not just Marjory Stoneman Douglas, ignored. We spoke to a number of parents and even a student who is over at Marjory Stoneman Douglas about some of their concerns, and they told us that there was a flawed system in place. And here's what they told us, Dana.
Well, I don't believe that these kids should be put back into the mainstream school system because they're a danger to the regular kids, and they're probably the kids that cause all the bullying incidents and trouble with the teachers and the students all the time.
There's been like detentions and stuff, but nobody serves detentions, and they give referrals, I think, but I've never seen anyone like actually get a referral. I've just seen people get like threatened with that stuff.
Hello, my name is Riley Lassner and I'm a senior at Coral Springs High School. Last year we had a student bring a gun onto our campus that was loaded, and he had intentions to kill with a 10-page manifesto. After that occurred at our school, we were obviously very scared, but nothing seemed to be done. Our school would like to know, why was nothing done, and why did it take 17 lives to have some action to start?
Shamefully, across Broward, campuses are not created equal, and there are extensive inconsistencies. School safety should all be created equal, and there needs to be equality across all of Broward County. There are so many reasons in our modern society to amp up security, but why did it take a senseless tragedy like this to implement more measures for defense? The S in the SMART bond stands for safety. Mr. Runcie, when you came to visit Westglades Middle School a couple of weeks ago after a tragedy, our teachers expressed how upset they were that their call for help regarding the shooter went unheard.
That there,
wow,
Dana, was
Robert Runcie under the gun there.
Oh, absolutely. That speaker that you just saw there was Melissa Blank. She also spoke to NRATV as well, and I asked her, what would you like to see going forward as far as a school discipline reform program? Do you think it should be revamped? Do you think that perhaps something in its place should occur? Here's what she told us.
I think it needs to be revamped. I think that it is not working. We have teachers at Westglades Middle School who did what they were supposed to do as teachers and report the shooter. Unfortunately, it fell on deaf ears.
I feel he answered some questions. However, the transparency is still not there for the parents. I think there's not clear guidance. If parents need information, going to the district website is hard to navigate through, and that's my biggest frustration and the main reason why I'm not a supporter of him. I feel he's in a position where he can use his parents as tools for what he needs, but fails to do so.
Why should they be back in school with kids that are trying to get a good education and that feel threatened by them? Because, again, these are the kids that are probably have more than one incident on their record. They're habitual offenders, if you will, and they're making it uncomfortable for the other kids, and they're probably going to offend again. They're going to either bully some kids, they're selling drugs in the school, they're bringing weapons in the school, and so on.
And there you have it, Dana. Here, that That last interview there was with Cindy Levine and her son, Josh Levine. Cindy Levine also told us that her son, Josh, who was right next to her, was getting beaten up and was getting, particularly had his bones broken by bullies in school. And she went to the school a number of times, went to law enforcement a number of times, and was ignored. So she wants to see Runcie gone. She wants to see the sheriff gone. But at this point, it seems a little unlikely unless there is some big movement to get rid of that school board. And that could very well happen. But let's see if it does.
Yeah, absolutely, because it sounds like a lot of the support that the superintendent thought he had in the days after the tragedy may have dissipated as more and more of this failed promise program and his apparent dereliction of duty comes to light. That's pretty unbelievable. Carrie Pickett, NRATV, there in Parkland, Florida. Thanks so much. Fantastic. Thank you.